Hey y'all, this is Church from Church's Intake. It's been a while since I've been on the platform. Yeah, I've been going through a lot of, let's say, knowledge growth, expanding. And obviously, we all go through warfare, spiritual warfare from the wicked ones. I'm back on. It's like I said, it's been a little bit. Basically, I'm here to let everybody know, the ones that's watching, especially y'all, my haters, the ones that's trying to take me down, that's the ones that's trying to come up against me, transpire up against me, the ones that hate me, but they hate to love me, but they want to see everything and know everything that I'm doing. This is called the backup. I had to take a step back to really see what God was showing me. And he showed me a lot of jewels. He showed me a lot of things. And a lot of these people, when God was showing me these things, they didn't want me to know these things. These things that these people be doing behind people's backs. And you learn a lot because the thing is, the ones that you think are your closest friends, family, let's see, work colleagues, that you buddies with, those are the same ones that the devil's going to use to try to transpire up against you, to come up against you. Now, this is not for the weak, what I'm talking about. This is for the ones that really follow God, the ones that don't care if you have to disappoint whoever is in your way from your purpose of God and doing the will of God. Now, if you don't follow my Father, I don't want no parts of you. And there are some that's going to try to act like, no, I already know you. I knew your spirits before I even got introduced to you. I already knew how to fight in the spiritual realm. I was already equipped. I was on autopilot. God always had my back. God always had me covered. I've always been with God. I've always had the faith. My faith has always been strong. I've never tried to go up against no one. I'm no one's scapegoat. I'm not going to back no one that's not of God. I'm not going to back no one's mess. That's not of me. That's not of God. We don't do that. So, that being said, I had to part ways with basically everyone to find out who was with me and who wasn't. Now, God already basically let me know. It was up to me to truly have the knowledge and understanding of what he was trying to tell me. When he told me to step back at first, I was a little bit like, I'm not a dependable person, but it's like, yo, that's my mother, that's my brother. I got, those are my brothers right there. That's my cousins. Those are my friends. You telling me that these people are trying to stop me, block me, stagnate me, want to kill me, want to use me as a scapegoat? Nah, G. You gotta show me. You gotta explore. You gotta show me. I always believe you, but you have to show. And another thing is, God wanted these people to stop doing what they were doing, because God already knew I was on autopilot. And when he took me off and said, "You ready?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready." So when I first started the wars, I'm like, "Oh, yeah." Think nothing of it. Now, when you're warring against people, say your friends or whatever, or stuff like that, people like colleagues and stuff, it's not a big deal. The devil actually knows that. It's like training, you know what I mean? Just like Job, you know what I mean? Just being in the same situation. I actually put myself in that type of situation now. It's like training, It's like, all right, I'm going to put you in this predicament. Hey, I want you to do this. So let's get into it a little bit. I'm not here to explain myself to nobody, because I already know that them demons is lurking in it, and they want to know how I know every move 20 steps ahead of them. And the move is, I know God. God tells me. So, this being said, so God had put me in a position to be a owner, you know. Obviously, I own my own business. So I had a project, and I think I talked about this before. So, you know, I had people, you know, I was working with this guy, whole Indian community. I made a, you know, good presentation. I told him all the things I could do, how I can expand, help him out, and all of this stuff. So he started to see, and he was like, yo, D, I ended up going in there for an electrical project, but I ended up taking over the whole project, finishing, you know, I came in there with an electrical bid, telling him what I could do, how I can, you know, save him money, this, that, and the third. He loved it. And then he just seen it in me. You know, that's that God. You know, God puts that glory on you. So he seen it in me, like, yo, this kid can probably do. Started asking me, what else can you do? And I can do anything that you want in this building. I can build the building for you. If you really want, you know what I mean, me to oversee, you're gonna have to pay me. But yeah, I could be your project manager. I could be your, you know what I mean, your general contractor, your head guy, whatever. So everything at first, you know, he gave me little projects here and there, and then he just basically was like, yo, this is your project. I want you to take care of everything. Everybody has to go through you, and this, that, and the third. So when he basically explained that everybody had to go through me, I was, you know, yeah, a couple extra dollars, it's not a big deal to me. I'll do it. Now, mind you, I didn't think nothing of it about it at the time. But this is how God works. So God started using me. I'm in my purpose now. People don't realize when God starts putting you in purpose, it doesn't have to be in the church building. You don't have to, you go churches right in here. So a lot of people that go to those, you know, churches and everything, if you ain't getting downloads from G-Man, bruh, it's something you got to fix in yourself, because God talks to his kids all the time. That's why we can be bold, because we know by faith anything, all weapons may form up against me, but none shall transpire and take me down. So that being said, I'm over there. I'm thinking like, all right. And then he's introducing me to his other guys. He's got another guy named Pablo. Pablo's another construction dude, and he used to be the guy. And now this guy, the guy's name is Alex. So they will say his name is, the guy's name is Alex. He's like, oh, Alex put you in charge of da-da-da-da. So the dude Pablo and his whole crew mad at me. I don't even know the boys. I'm just saying, yo, y'all got to do y'all job. Alex hired y'all to do y'all job. I'm just here to oversee, to make sure y'all do y'all job right. That's it. I'm not here to babysit you. I'm not here to force you guys to do anything. If you don't, I'm going to just tell it and relay it to y'all boss. You know what I'm saying? And that will be that. And y'all will have to deal with that. So then he asked me to hire up a crew to get the roof done. So I did all of these different things. Now, mind you, middle project, I'm working with this guy, you know, that I thought was one of my buddies. I used to work with him back in the day before COVID hit and everything. We worked a couple, like this was our second project together. And then that's when I started. At first, God was telling me like, yo, you got enemies in your camp. And mind you, I'm like thinking to myself like, it's only me that owns my company, and it's just me. I'm a sole proprietor, you know? Like, who's the enemies in my camp? Keeps on talking to me, you know. I'm ignoring it a little bit. But you know, I'm conscious, so I'm like, all right, let me find out. G-Man, explain to me who's the one that's coming up against me. So basically, he was telling me like, people might not look the part, but those type people are like covert. And I didn't know what a covert was. but they're like, now I know it's a covert narcissist. They don't typically move like a normal narc would, you know what I mean? Like these ones, these diabolical ones are slick. They look nice. They very nice. The dude that I was working with, I thought he was a good dude. Demon. Straight up. Boy tried to take me out a couple times on the low. Didn't think I'd notice. But I'm not just an electrician. I'm a skilled electrician. Like, I'm a natural born troubleshooter. Like, I'm at the top of the electrical chain. So, like, if there's something to go wrong with wires or a machine or a part or something, I kind of can figure it out right on the fly. And I know problems. And if you cause a problem, especially in the field that I work in, on purpose, and I know I ain't do it, and it's just me and you working there, then I know that you had another alternative motive to try to hurt me, to make it look like it was an accident. Now, mind you, I don't have to go into the details about that, but that was the first time God was like, yo, there's enemies in your camp. And then God was like, I got rid of the boy, and I started finishing the project. And then I'm coming up to the end of the project. And then as the ending of the project is coming, I'm starting to get more people, causing resistance on this project. Like, they didn't want the project to be done. And I'm thinking, like, God, is it this same dude? Because God's like, nah, there's more. There's more. There's more. I'm like, more people? Who? So then I'm over here. And now you got to think, I'm a person that's not thinking like, people can be that close. So I'm like, it's got to be the people that hire me to do the job. Like, but why? But it was just like, they would rather me not finish this job and not open the store or something like that. And then they was like, you'll see. And then I started seeing these people, Alex and them, they worship Krishna. Now, obviously, that's a deity that they worship. And when you worship these deities, obviously, that always had me on alert. So I was like, God, I guess this isn't the place that you really want me at, And the boy, Alex, he really wanted me to work for him or work under him or be something. I guess he wanted me to be in the bondage when they was doing their satanic rituals or whatever. And then he was explaining to me what they was doing behind my back. So then I had to part ways. I finished the project, and then I told Alex, I was like, I'm not working with you no more. I was like, we serve two different gods, I know. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was just like, bro, I know I can make a lot of money with you. Hundreds of thousands of dollars with you. You guys got the whole community. You guys got hotels. You guys got liquor stores. You guys got freaking bodegas. They got them all. I was working in a couple different sites. As I was doing the project for the store I was building for them, they hooked me up with a lot of other little side jobs that actually kept me going. But I couldn't keep on working with him because he was transpiring up against me. He wanted to enslave me in the spirit. Now I'm thinking to myself, like, dang, we at the time? They doing this? So then God had me start researching about, the spiritual realm. And, I was getting into the book of Enoch and stuff. And I started researching, starting to learn some things. And it was just like, oh, nothing's changed. They've been doing this since the beginning of time. And then God was like, yeah. So then I separated from that. Started doing some other endeavors, And then I started getting people starting to ask too many personal things, especially when God's trying to work on me at the same time. Hey, what are you up to? What have you been doing? This, that, and the third. Friends and foes that I don't talk to all the time. So I already knew something was fishy. Brother, I don't barely talk to my brothers like that. Ask me, oh, what you been up to? Where you going? Oh, I was trying to... No, you was trying to not. You was trying to stay in your own lane. You was trying to go over there and leave my business alone. And then God was like, there's more people that's trying to come up against you. Now, that being said, I'm like, God, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm with you, D. I ain't with them. He's like, you leave them, I leave. Straight up. I was like, word? He's like, you might want them. They not with me. So I ain't with them. I'm with you. And when I tell you to move, I'm going to take my hands off of them. They will have no more covering. They will be exposed. I'm like, wow, G, for real? He's like, yo, it's closer than you think. I cut everybody off after that. I'm like, yo, I ain't talking to nobody, you know what I mean? Everybody got to go through it. So I started going through it, you know? And I started figuring out different things. And it was just like, yo, things started adding up. Situations and circumstances. To finding out that my own brothers, my own mother, my own brother's wife, that's how it probably all started. Because they diabolicals. They didn't think I know. They didn't think I would peep game. But game was already peeped from before. I just had to regurgitate what was said. Not much was said. They probably don't know, and they won't know, because I'm not here to expose that. Just know I know how y'all move. Just know that y'all can't do nothing to me. Just know that I forgive you for whatever you've done, but you cannot be no longer in my life ever again. And your judgment will come to you. God is the only one that can save you. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Repent. Even to my ex, repent. Because God's hand is amongst you. And guess what? Judgment is upon you. Yeah. Friends, family, uncles, aunts. Those aren't my friends. That's not my family. My family is my wife and my kids. God showed me that. It's also in the book of Matthew. If you do not deny these people for your God, Yahuwah, then you are not of his. So anyone that transpires up against me is not of God. They of the devil. They work for the devil. And I know why. I know all y'all answers. But guess what? I'm not here to work for y'all. I'm not here to give you your answers. And all the answers that I was supposed to know about y'all, I know. God told me. So now y'all know we coming. And y'all can't stop God's movement. We in purpose, baby. You could try to scapegoat me. It would never work. You could try to come at me and kill me. It would never work. I'm not easily defeated. And guess what? Y'all trying to come after me? When the real ones wake up, they will be after you. That's who y'all should be worrying about. The people that y'all been lying to all these years. Not me. I'm not worried about you. I released y'all. Been released y'all. I've been content. I went through all the things that y'all tried to voodoo, witchcraft, whatever. It don't work over here, baby. It don't work to God's real ones. We ain't beat. We don't play games. I loved y'all. I still got love for y'all. But y'all can't be in my life. That's a wrap. And I'm going to move on to the next chapter. And guess what? Church's intake is in full effect. We're going hard. So guess what? I'm coming after the children of Christ. We will prevail. We will start this new earth. We will not be defeated. So let that be the end of whatever, releasing of however it needs to be. And I will drop whatever, needs to be dropped. I won't personalize anything because that's what they would want. The demons always want to know your next move. And to play this game, it's a chess game. But I know I can give you this note to all you diabolicals. You got unhealed childhood traumas that you never recovered from. You cannot try to be ahead of a church, a community, or whatever may be if you haven't healed from what had happened to you when you were young. I'm glad God never let none of those things move me in which of way, east or west, because I've always moved the way that God wanted me to move, with love. And I never hated on no one. I would never wish harm on no one. But I'll tell y'all this, y'all better stop, because I can tell that y'all don't care about y'all kids like that, because God don't play with his kids, and he'll take out whoever needs to be taken out to show y'all who God really is. No one runs nothing but God. God runs all these things. And I'm here to let y'all know I can either be your karma or I can either be your blessing. But guess what? For y'all that already transpired for me, up against me, been doing it for years, yeah, I can't help y'all. God's the only one that can help y'all diabolicals. Y'all didn't want my help. So back in 2019, when I had that motorcycle accident, and y'all don't want me out here no more, that's my death date to y'all. I'm not going to die. Y'all might. I hope not. I hope y'all repent and forward yourself back over to Christ. But dig this. 2019, June. Yeah, 2019, June. That is the day that we no longer are together. We are separated. You're not my family. You're relatives, yes. You're not my family, though. And I don't even know. Like, with family and friends like that, who needs enemies? That's why y'all ain't my family. With friends and so-called family members like that, how could you even believe I would want y'all in my life when I find these things out? But that's why y'all didn't want me to find these things out. And that's why God exposed y'all. And it is what it is. I still got much love. I'ma always have love. But guess what? I'm not helping out nobody that deals with y'all unless God himself tells me. So y'all wanted me to be scared. I'm not scared. Actually, y'all should be the ones that's scared. Because like I said, when the people wake up, they're coming. And another thing is, a lot of those lies that y'all was saying, that y'all gonna get this cash flow, no, it's all lies. And they're gonna find out about that one too. And another thing, the tough ones, God's got something for you tough guys too. I don't get it. You know you got the reprobated mindsets. Like, come on. Tough guys? Really? Who's tough? No one's tough but God. And these demons that's going to be lurking on y'all when they take over. Because they want what y'all had put out there. They coming. Y'all don't know nothing about the spiritual realm. Y'all don't know nothing about the unknown. But y'all can throw out curses, huh? You can go to practitioners and such, huh? But you don't know what goes on behind that. Y'all don't know the unknown. Only a select few do. And I'm not here to tell y'all nothing about it. You reap what you sow. You bear the fruits that you sow. So if you sowing bad fruit, you're going to reap bad fruit. And that's that. And no one's here to save you. And no one's here to look at you and woe is me. No. Some of us know what's going on. And guess what? Exposure is what y'all didn't want. And exposure is what y'all gonna get. Thank y'all. Subscribe to Church's Intake. God bless.